Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If I sound a bit out of breath today, by the way, it's because I just finished a run. So forgive me if I sound a little bit more tired than usual. It's been a pretty long day. It's getting late, but I'm out here. I want to make some content for you. And today I thought I'd talk about what I believe would be the best system for the DLCs inside of Black Ops 4. So, I'm not the first to say this, but it really ought to be a zombies only DLC. And what I mean by this is, of course, really a zombies only season pass. DLC maps for multiplayer, again, they should continue, especially with Blackout. There should be updates frequently, but like Fortnite's done with the new season where they've added the little holes in the floor and stuff from the meteor strike. But I think these should be free. You know, in World War II we're seeing this. Grosjean House came out free with the new Days of the Undead, or whatever this event's called. Still haven't played a game of it. I'm sure it's fun, but you know, multiplayer, not really my thing, and particularly on a game that really does not interest me. So I think most people are in agreement, yeah, it should be zombies only. We should pay, to be honest, personally, if it works the way that I'm seeing it going, it should be the same price, because although we're not getting as many maps, if you think about it, when you buy DLCs, you buy one zombies map and 4 multiplayer maps. I'd say the zombies map makes up about half of that price, and I believe that we're probably going to get overall maybe 12 or 14 maps in the DLC season for this game of just zombies. So if you equal that out, that's about double the value, in my opinion, for the money, or maybe it equals out a bit. Not sure on the maths there, not my strong point, but I think it should be the same price, zombies only. Now, what do I mean by we're going to get this many maps, and why would we be able to get that many maps? Obviously, they're not going to do 4 zombies map on each DLC. That'd be stupid. Mind you, looking at the release schedule for the start of the game, we've got these 3 maps built in. Maybe add on 1 with the season pass. We might be starting with 4, which will be absolutely mental. But again, something that a lot of people are discussing, I don't think there's going to be 4 DLC cycles. Alright, with Black Ops 3 we're already seeing a DLC 6, and you know, if there's anything to go by, we've had Zombie Chronicles, then DLC 6. I'm not suggesting there'll be a Zombies Chronicles or a DLC 6 if this is another remastered load of maps for the Zombies mode. I'm not suggesting we're going to be getting remasters, because if Black Ops 3 does have a DLC 6 of purely remasters, there will be no content left, as I did discuss in my last video if you want to go check it out. But instead what I'm suggesting is we get 6 DLCs of maybe 2 maps each DLC, possibly 4 of those DLCs, I'd say, including the last one, will have 1 map from the new storyline, 1 map from the old storyline, and then a few of them will be just 2 from the new storyline. I really don't believe they're going to be trying to expand the Aether, which was the original storyline, too much more, especially with this game. I think they're going to look at the success of these other characters, this other crew, these new universe, although obviously we already are speculating they are connected, which I will be talking about in a future video. But really, to me, again, it does seem like this is going to be used as an opportunity to expand a new universe, so that they can have a backup plan for when they do finally have to end the Aether storyline. Although, knowing them, they'll find a way to continue it. It does sell copies of DLCs. We did see, with, for example, Zombie Chronicles, best-selling add-on content of all time on PS4. But you know, what I'm saying is maybe 6, maybe even 7 DLCs. So that's 12 or 14 maps of DLC. Add the 3 or possibly even 4 maps on release. You're going to end up with about, you know, 18, 16 maps for zombies in one game. I'd maybe suggest 10, 11, 12 of those are going to purely be the new storyline. This will help with expanding the character arc of this new storyline, because as we've seen with Infinite Warfare, you know, 4 or 5 maps is not really enough to introduce a new cast. So I think it worked perfectly to have this little mix of, you know, all these new maps for our new characters and a few of the old. Make sure everyone's on board, everyone's getting what they want. You know, they're saying it's going to be the most content of any game for a while. I kind of believe that if this is the DLC pattern they choose. Again, I think everyone's going to be a bit disappointed if it's the 4 DLCs and then 1 big DLC of purely zombies maps at the end. Just because, as good as that sounds, I suppose unless it was like, you know, the comic book characters, you know, well, not characters, unless it's the comic book storyline, you know, where we saw them going to Alcatraz collecting the stuff. Although we are going to Alcatraz in Blood of the Dead, although it does look like it's at a different time because we're going with Primus and we're not trying to save Primus or anything like that. You know, I think, yeah, as I say, that'll be a bit disappointing if we just have these 4 or 5 DLCs. I think 6 DLCs of purely some zombies, that'll keep us going through the season. And again, it could be more than 6, or it could be 6 spreading into the next game from Infinity Ward if they feel so inclined. Personally, you know, I did enjoy the last Infinity Ward Zombies game mode. Obviously not as much as Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, you can tell the difference from my level purely. Black Ops 3, obviously, you know, Prestige 10 pushing it, whereas Infinite Warfare level 120 maybe at the most. Of course, got director's cut. Let's not leave that out. But you know, I think they really should aim to have 6 in this season, continuous updates. You know, every single release can be an event, a cooling. Intermittently with that, we'd have more callings, of course. Some of those would be to do with multiplayer modes, a bit like this new thing in World War II. And yeah, that's how I want to see the DLCs go, you know. In terms of maps, I'll be making a video purely, well, probably quite a few videos actually, purely speculating what I want the maps to be. That'll be coming out in the coming months. Up to the release of Black Ops 4, you probably can tell I'm starting to upload on this channel. I'm going to try and build up this empire of videos leading up to it. When it drops, I probably will maybe try and get some guides out, but I mean, I'm good at zombies, but I'm not really good enough to help other people by giving tips. I can't verbally, you know, correspond how I like to play the game. But you know, I'll try. But I'm really thinking right in the build-up, and then through the game, I'm going to be releasing all these videos about what I want for DLCs. You know, maybe I'll like pin one every so often if a new DLC is coming out, and if I get any of them right, if I call it early, you know, you guys will know early. So thanks for listening. I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya. Thanks for listening. Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. If I sound a bit out of breath today, by the way, it's because I just finished a run.